What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but today we're back for yet another episode of Game Sandwich Hot Topic, and who better to join me on this episode than Aiden? Why don't you say what's up? Oh, the finger guns.
Pew,
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm gonna finger blast you.
We're popping off. We're popping off here because we got some problems. I have to rant, and yeah, we're talking about the PS5 Pro, a console that everyone loves. And I don't know if you can sense my sarcasm there, because
I love it. Jeez. It is the best console ever. I am totally not being paid off by Sony. Oh, sorry. I had to put my script down for a minute.
see, it's believable. It's all believable. But yeah, I want to talk about this because you floated this question out here. You know, PlayStation 5 Pro is around $700. Let's just say you add in $80 if you want the disc drive, and don't forget the games, and let's just say you want another controller. You're hovering around, and I'm being generous, $900 to $1,000. That typically puts you in the range of a good, decent, gets the job done PC. And I want to ask you, what's the point? Like, are we going PlayStation 5 Pro or are we going PC?
I mean, really, I've heard that it's very targeted at people who already have a PS5 who want to end up upgrading their system. And ultimately, I could see it. Like, if you have a PS5 and you want to upgrade your system to the PS5 Pro, I mean, you're doing it for like, well, actually, never mind. For trade-in value, you're still paying like $500.
Yeah.
If you're, I mean, because you know that GameStop's going to take in trade-in value of like maybe 300 at the most. So either way, you're paying like $400 at minimum to get that PS5 Pro. But even then, it's not really worth it. I mean, the upgrade is very minimal. The PS5 is already worth getting. It's a little bit cheaper now. You can get it easily. My biggest concern, though, is like you said, it's like almost $1,000. I see that smirk. What is it? What is it?
I was being, realistic, and I said GameStop is gonna give you like $130. But the PS5 regular console up to $357.50. The Slim Disc Edition, same price. And the Slim Digital Edition is $330 trade-in value. Up to. I want to put that in front.
Yeah.
Up to.
Up to.
So.
Provided it's in good condition.
You didn't breathe on it. You didn't look at it.
Yeah. You have to have a good condition console for that. It's not going to end, like, really, I could see GameStop doing a trade-in bonus, though. Now, hear me out, because they do that typically whenever a new console releases. So the trade-in bonus is going to end up being something along the lines of, oh, if you trade it in, you get an extra $50 in trade-in value or something like that. Or if you trade it in, you get, like, X amount percentage more, like 20% more, something like that. They always do one of those whenever there's a new console. And you're trading it towards that new console. Keep in mind, you have to trade it towards that console. If you're just trading it in general, you don't get it.
Yeah.
But let's say at most you're getting $400 for your PS5. You're still paying $300 for that system. And that's provided you don't have other stuff that you want. Yeah. Like you just said, if you want to get that, like if you want to get the disk drive, that's like another $80. You may as well round it up to $100 because of tax.
Yeah.
So at that point, you're looking at $400. And then if you want to get another controller, that's again another like $60, $70 right there. And then if you're buying physical copies of games on top of that, there you go. Mm-hmm. But so let's call it minimum. If you're trading in, you're spending minimum of like $450 if you're getting the bells and whistles as well. Now, $450 on CLX. And yes, I am not. No paid promo here, I'm just pointing out things. On CLX, they have a system called the Set, which is $599. With tax, you're looking at like probably $650 with tax and shipping. Really, at that point, if you're going to either upgrade your system to the PS5 Pro, or if you're deciding whether or not to get a PC, why would you not just go for the whole brand new console versus getting a upgraded console? That's where I'm like going, I don't know why they would get the PS5 Pro. Because this one, it has, and I already went over this with you too. It has an RTX 4090 in it. It also has 128 gigabytes of memory, and it also has an i9 processor in it. Like, come on, that's better than the PS5 Pro for less money.
That is, and I think, John and I did a video reacting to the PlayStation 5 Pro, and we both kind of said this console is for the enthusiast. This is the person who wants the best of the best. The PlayStation all day, every day. It's for you. For somebody who wants to play a lot of games like me and not be chained to a single platform, I'd opt for a PC. And I love my PC. I love the fact that eventually, somewhere down the line, when it comes to single player games, some PlayStation games are making their way over to Steam, the Epic Games Store, all that stuff. God of War, the first one, 2019 or 2018, that's on sale right now in the Epic Games Store. Ragnarok, I believe, pending the release of this episode, is coming out or is already out on the PC. I can wait for those titles personally. I know there's some people who can't. But the thing to consider, how many games do you want to play? What types of games do you want to play? Yeah, like you can get a PlayStation 5 Pro and play Call of Duty if you want. But are you going to be able to play games off Steam? Are you going to be able to make up a big library off the Epic Games Store where they give you 2 free games every other week or every other month? It's those things you should consider if you're going to go this route and if you're looking at the PC side of things. Yeah, like you can build, like I built this PC 3 years ago. Haven't touched it since, and it runs all the games. Any and all the games,
Yeah.
great settings, and whatever. It's kind of like a console at this point.
I mean, I had a PC that I built 5 years ago. Recently, I upgraded. Okay, I will keep you in mind on that one. Which I have a system now that has a RTX like 4090 in it. I do. But my old system, I had a 1080 Ti in it, and i7 processor, and I think I had 32 gigabytes of RAM. Cool. That could still play games today.
Mm-hmm.
That can still play today's games, and that was built like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And my system now can hold up for like another like probably 8 years. So I know I'm not going to have to do anything. And keep in mind too, keep this in mind, people. You get a PC, you can upgrade it yourself.
I was gonna say,
That is a bonus.
I was
You
gonna
need a new
say,
GPU, just replace it.
building your PC, like, the day I plugged it in and it worked, I was like, whoa, I didn't mess this up. Thank the Lord. But, like, also playing games off of something you built and, like, you spec'd out yourself to cater to your needs, it's just, it adds something to it. It's like, yeah, like, I did this. I can run, like, all these games and do the graphics and whatever have you. I also feel like that's where it helps the most, where it's like, all right, I'm a gamer, like I've said countless times before. I care about graphics. I don't want my games looking like doo-doo on my screen. But, like, I'm not here maxing out ultra, ray tracing, teraflop, whatever have you. I just want it to run. But there are people who want to do all that fun stuff, and they can spec out their console how they like. And, it's that thing too, like customization. I think that's the big thing for me.
I will take this into I will take this argument and just make a complete left turn here.
Okay.
But hear me out here. This brings up the perfect argument of Microsoft. You have the capability. You have the PC market right here. You have the capability. Why not for your next console? Make a moddable console. make something that you can, like a PC, just replace parts to upgrade it and never have a new console.
I like that idea. In a vacuum, love it. I would love to just get like the Xbox and be like, oh, I'm feeling like I got disposable income. Let me just go get like the latest and greatest Xbox graphics card or whatever for that
Yeah,
year. But at
plug
what
and play console. There you go.
but at what point does it just become a PC?
No, yeah. I mean, I get that. I fully understand the argument there. But I've always like advocated for that. Like even when I was
Yeah.
working at GameStop, I would tell people, why is it that Microsoft just doesn't like beat out PlayStation in terms of technology by going, oh, we're going to make this next Xbox fully user friendly so that we, like 4 years from now, don't need to make a new console. We can just release a new like GPU. You pop your old one out, pop a new one in, your system's upgraded. Same thing with the CPU. Why don't they figure that out? Why not? I feel like it's fully capable. I mean, I get it. You kind of have some weird stuff like with the CPU and needing to put like a cooler on it and stuff like that. I get it with the heatsink and all that. So like it's not a perfect idea, but I feel like the technology's there.
As like a bridge between console gaming and like full-fledged like PC building and PC gaming, I think there is a market there for someone who's not too technically inclined, who can be like, all right, I'm going to buy this console and yeah, I can just plug and play. I also think that's the thing with console gaming compared to PC gaming, where it's like, I got my Series X, I plug it into my TV, and it just works. Like, simplicity, that's what it's built to do. PC, you do run the risk at times where it's like, yeah, parts might not mesh. You got to make sure everything lines up. You got to make sure your operating system's good. You got to make sure your drivers are up to date. There are things there that require upkeep. And this is where I always feel like there is a market for console gaming. There is a market for the PS5 Pro compared to a PC, because there are just people out there who want a game, plug it into your TV or monitor, whatever have you, and it just works.
No, I get that. And then to that, I say, remember the Steam box?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I I wanted
Why
one for the
can
longest time.
why can Xbox not just do that? And by the way, I will also point out that when the Steam box was a thing, I built my own for cheaper.
Look at that.
My sister and I built our own for cheaper than the Steam box, and even put like a Linux operating system on it and everything, and it worked out perfectly. So, you know, if you do it right too, you could, if you want to avoid the price of the PS5 Pro, if you source if you source everything yourself for building a PC, you could probably do it for a lot cheaper, actually.
That's where I think they should have followed through. I don't know if you've heard about the device Project Keystone. It's like this little square that Xbox was going to put out and be like, hey, it's cloud gaming, but you plug it into the back of your TV and it's like a Steam box where it's like, oh, we can play games off Game Pass. It's through the cloud. And I think that's where a device like that could have worked. But they were like, nah, we don't really need it. And I kind of get it in their climate right now. But who knows? Maybe down the line they're like, "Hey, this could work. This could happen." Yeah. This whole debate of like, do I want to get a PS5 Pro or PC? I think it boils down to what games you want to play, where you already have a library. I think that's a big thing too. Like for me, I can't count it right now, but I think it's like 5 like physical copies of PlayStation games, and the rest are like on my PS4 Pro. I don't even have a PS5. But
Yeah.
like for me, getting the PS5 Pro, that would make sense because I'm so far behind. I don't have a big library, and I can kind of be like, yeah, like I can make the jump. I also haven't invested that much in PlayStation. But, there are people that have built up major libraries that have also gotten the PS5 already, and they're like, does it really make a difference, like, in this world right now? No, I don't think there is a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, like how you talk about libraries and everything, like to me, like I don't really care like where my library is because like I have games like scattered across everywhere. I mean, that might just be me, but
No, no,
I
I'm
have
with you.
like a Steam library of like 300 games, and then I also have like a PS5 library of like another like 300 games that are all digital, and I have like a hand. Like I have like a whole drawer full of like physical copies, and like I have a PlayStation, well, sorry, Xbox library of like 200 games or something. Like I have games where if I really like a game, I'll get it on PlayStation and then I'll also buy it on PC.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, even if you're looking at, oh, hey, where are you going to get your exclusives from?
Mm.
Keep in mind, a lot of PS5 exclusives go to PC.
Yep.
Like Spider-Man came to PC, Miles Morales, I think, came to PC, if I remember right. And like eventually, I think God of War even came to PC.
Yeah,
So
by
it's
the time
like,
this comes out, definitely it's going to be on PC. I'm going to
yeah,
be
and
playing
then
it.
like yeah, so like the point is like, you might be a little bit behind, but if you care about exclusivity and getting it day one, then yeah, I mean the PS5 Pro you might want if you don't already have a PS5. Even if you don't have a PS5, why would you get the PS5 Pro when you could get the PS5 for cheaper though? Is my only
Way
thing. Like
cheaper.
the only people who will want this are enthusiasts, like you said, who like really care because they've shown side by sides, and I'm sorry, but I
Could
can't see a difference at
could
all. I
not.
mean, there might be someone who can be like, "Oh man, look at that one extra pixel," but I can't see that extra pixel. I can't.
They tried
So
so hard during that presentation. They're playing like the scene of Ratchet and Clank, and they zoomed into like a tree and they were showing the leaf. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
do I care? No. It
look, that leaf has an extra pixel.
and it's
It's
also
there.
like you're in a
I
compressed
swear.
stream. You're in a compressed stream where it's like I can't fully grasp like what you're doing here because it's
Yeah.
compressed. The quality sometimes in and out, but also too, I think in the regards of you made the point of like if you can wait, there are plenty PC games that are available strictly on Steam that are top tier quality that can
Yeah.
buy your time in between releases. I mean, there are
Oh,
countless games. I mean, I can
there's
name a
also
few.
so many indie games that are like
Yeah.
$5 that are great.
I mean, if you look this past year, I mean, you were big on Pal World. I mean, there's
Yeah.
that game. There's Lethal Company. There's
Squirrel with a gun.
Squirrel with a Gun, a Game of the Year contender. I mean,
It is.
it really is. But
You also have the FNAF games. You also have like you have so much.
there's so much, and it's like, am I really? There's that old saying, quality over quantity, and stuff like that. But on the PC side of things, you got both. You got quality and quantity. So I don't know. Maybe maybe we've sold a PC here and there. Our residuals will come to
Yeah.
Game Sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a company will like brandish our logo on a piece.
The
Like,
sandwich console.
yeah, exactly. Make a PC in the shape of a sandwich and we'll endorse it. I swear.
The parts can be the different like components of a sandwich.
Yeah. And they can be different colors. It would be great.
Write it down, somebody. It's gotta have RGB everywhere. That's the
Why
only
are
thing
we
I.
not funding this?
RGB everywhere. Just I don't care. Just put it in the thing. That's all I need. That makes your frames better. That's what I heard allegedly.
Also, I've been trying to find it too during the course of this video, but I cannot find a single thing that says exactly what is in the PS5 Pro in terms of like what the actual specs are. Everything says
Oh,
like, oh yeah, it's like to be announced or whatever, but they're like, oh man, it's 30% better or like 22% better, 28% faster and able to render games and action 45% faster. But like, what the hell is in it? Please tell me what is in it.
what is
Like,
inside? What's in the box?
yeah,
Oh,
what's in this damn box?
literally. It's so funny, and they're like all the corporate talk of like, the big three: AI upscaling. What was it? Ray tracing, advanced ray tracing, and something else. It's like, come on, wrap it up. We've heard this before. Say the word teraflop, and you'll get your money. Um, Is there any other like closing points on this? I think we're both on the side of get a PC at this point. Just do that.
Yeah. If I had my hypnotizing thing with me, I would just be like, okay, Pocket Watch,
Do it.
get a PC, but I don't like really, I mean, come on, we've made the argument here. I think it's pretty I think it's pretty clear if you just get a PS5 Pro, you're a PlayStation fanboy who wants to probably fondle the head of PlayStation's balls a little bit, but hey, I mean, more power to you if that's what you're into.
It's not Jim Ryan though. He's out. He's out. And yeah, rest in peace, Concord. But you know, oh gosh, that game was bad. Anyway, if you want to
Hey,
talk,
it's not that it was bad. It just was released into a market that's already oversaturated.
it was just sent out
And
to die.
yeah, it didn't have anything to make it stand out enough.
There it is. There it is. But if you want to talk more about this topic, if you want to talk about anything else in gaming, go check out our Discord. If you have a PC and you build one, you can join it, you know, do the clicking and get to the Discord. You be right in there. Talk to us about anything and everything that's on your mind about gaming. But as for now, this has been an episode of Hot Topic. I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's debate or want your weekly dose of gaming news content, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for content just like this. And we'll see you guys next time.